today on 15 on 15.
We take a look at tourism statistics from various markets year to date. Plus, could we soon be unlocking our next hotel room with our smartphones? Details in our lifestyle segment. And what comes first, an electric car charging station or the electric car? We'll discuss that. Thanks for joining us. I'm Yentl Lieuw. The amount of stay-over visitors in the month of September increased by more than 15% compared to September 2013. There has been a decrease from North American visitors, however, a drastic increase from Latin America. Take a look. Or more in September this year show a 16.4% increase compared to last September. Traffic from the USA was down by 1% this September. Canada was down by 11%, but there was a 45% increase from Venezuela and a 60% increase from Colombia. Arrivals from the Netherlands also went up by 9%. Tourism statistics for year to date was also released. The good news is the total stay-over arrivals for the first 9 months of this year showed an overall increase of 8.2% compared to the first 9 months of last year. Overall, for the first 9 months of 2014, tourism traffic from USA increased by 2.1%, but down 5.7% from Canada, up 35% from Venezuela, and up 29% from Colombia. Aruba saw a decrease of 18.2% from Argentina and has been up 9% from Brazil. The Dutch market, however, is still in a downward trend by 2.2% this year so far. Now, the island is fully informed regarding the government's sustainability vision. Soon enough, the world will be notified of this commitment. The solar park project at the airport is an addition to the green plans the Aruba Airport Authority has already executed. This is certainly not the inaugural effort. Here's a clarification on the facility's other environmentally friendly accomplishments.
Well, we've been embarking for the last several years now on replacing all of our lighting with LED lighting. All types of environmental projects where oil water separators, experimenting with biofuel for some of our airside equipment. So all of these things, they're very small things, but as they all add up. For example, over the course of the past 2 years, we're saving, just in energy savings alone on our investments, close to 2 million kilowatt hours of energy, which is, we did a quick analysis, and it's roughly almost 300 houses of power that are no longer on the grid just from some of those energy-saving initiatives.
First impressions are everything. From now on, every single tourist that comes to the island will witness Aruba's green impression firsthand. Word of mouth will eventually spread the news of Aruba's sustainability commitments.
One of the most important parts of this project is it's positioned right at the front door of Aruba, right here at our airport. So for all the millions of tourists and visitors who come to Aruba, one of the first things they see as they walk out the front door is this solar park. And I think it speaks volumes to the commitment that Aruba has to sustainability.
Speaking of green initiatives, the EPB school in Santa Cruz decided to focus their Good for Your Neighborhood project on something the entire island is working on. The EPB school in Santa Cruz found the perfect location for their greenhouse project. Students, teachers, and other helpers have turned a big piece of land on school property into a greenhouse in working progress. Thanks to the Good for Your Neighborhood project funding the team, they have allocated the necessary materials to construct the greenhouse. Since the government has a 2020 sustainability vision, Prime Minister Mike Amon paid a visit to show his support for the idea of a greenhouse at the secondary school. Plants and seeds are an integral part to the plans. The team is brainstorming on innovative ways to reuse and recycle as much as possible. Halloween is officially over. You know what that means. It is the start of the promotional period for the holiday season. ATV's Regalo will, of course, be with you during this time. The syndicated holiday program is in its 15th year. Geraldine and Ruben Garcia will be with you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday nights, bringing you holiday cheer. From gift-giving ideas to shopping bargains to the best tips when it comes to hosting your very own holiday party. So don't miss any of it. Regalo will have a special 2-hour kickoff show on Monday, November 3rd, starting at 9:05 p.m. And on that note, we will be right back. Stay with us. After the break, get rid of your bucket and mop and replace them with this robot mop. Thanks for staying tuned to 15 on 15. The hotel industry around the world is technologically advancing. Smartphones are now being used as key cards to unlock hotel rooms. Once hotel guests check in at the front desk, an alert will be sent to the app on smartphones, allowing guests to enter their hotel room without using a plastic key card. This is wireless access to their room. 4 Personality Hotels in San Francisco has launched the service along with a few Starwood properties. This system uses Bluetooth technology. The Hilton is planning on a similar move early next year for the 600,000 rooms in their portfolio. The technology's developer says that it uses its own encrypted secure channel to ensure thieves cannot abuse the innovation. This method is said to be more secure than a standard hotel swipe card lock, but remember, nothing is 100% secure. Not only is this a move forward for technology, but think about the environmental impact. Hundreds of thousands of plastic key cards are handed out to hotel guests. So with this new trend, we could be eliminating mass amounts of waste globally. Moving forward, drink milk, love life. We have been brought up with the idea that milk is good for your bones and body, but a new study says this isn't the case. Actually, milk could be aging you instead. The sugars in milk may actually be accelerating the aging process. A Swedish research team has found that women who drink more than 3 glasses of milk per day were more likely to break their bones than women who drank less. The published results stated that in women, high milk intake led to a greater risk of bone fracture, and in both men and women, it was associated with a higher mortality rate. While the study involved a good amount of participants and was conducted over a relatively long period of time, the researchers are careful to point out that they are not ready to draw conclusions yet. Interestingly, unlike milk, when the dairy product was fermented, like in yogurt, the results were reversed. The participants who consumed more yogurt showed a decreased risk of experiencing bone fractures. Experts say this comes down to the sugars found in milk. Robots have been vacuuming our floors for quite some time now, but now you can put away the bucket and the mop as well. Introducing the Scuba 450. Meet Scuba 450. It is created by iRobot, which is the same company who made the original Roomba vacuum. Scuba here can sweep and scrub hardwood floors. There are only a small handful of robots who will mop, but Scuba is maybe the most diligent of the bunch. Creators say the 3-cycle cleaning technology can mop up anything from mud to Merlot. All you have to do is add water with cleaning fluid, choose the size of your room, and let it go to work. First, it sweeps up loose dirt, then wets the floors. Afterwards, it is scrubbing and removing grime while the vacuum inside sucks up the dirty water. Scuba also dries the floors with a squeegee. Before you get too excited and throw away your bucket and mop, the Scuba 450 isn't cheap. It's got a price tag of $600 and a 40-minute battery life at full charge. So you have to think about it. It most certainly won't work as hard or as long as you can. So think about it. Let's take a quick break. This is what's coming up next. How many electric cars are on the island, and will gas stations soon be a thing of the past? We'll answer those questions next. So on Friday, 15 on 15 introduced to you the island's solar energy recharge station for electric cars. This is the first one here. Today, we find out how many drivers can actually make use of the recharge station. As well, will gas stations soon be a thing of the past? There are an estimated 35 electric cars on the island that can make use of this solar energy-powered recharging station at Almar and Hato. We all know electric cars are beneficial to the environment, but it is also good for your wallet.
The benefit of having solar energy is you invest in a system, and after a few years it pays back. So you have that. The rest of the lifespan of the solar is basically you're getting the energy from the sun. If you can use that energy to use it for transport, also, that makes you very independent of the international market. So if tomorrow the price of the fuel goes up, when you have an electric car charged by solar energy, you will have not that effect on your budget.
Believe it or not, gas stations will still have a role to play if every driver decides to buy an electric car. Gas stations will have to adapt their business model in order to still be part of the industry.
There's a transition. There's still a lot of cars. I mean, if we talk about the EV implementation, right now it's just in the infant development. However, in the near future, I think the gas station is not going to be something of the past, but they're going to be in the transition to have like electric charging station like the ones we have here. So gas station will need to adapt their business model and supply electricity instead of fuel. So basically, the gas station will have its place in this EV market.
Similar to Aruba, many countries around the world experience the chicken or egg first dilemma. Countries are finding the issue of whether recharge stations should be implemented first or should drivers own an electric car first.
This one is the first fast charger of Aruba, the level 3. And also it's the first car fast charger in the Caribbean. The electric vehicle has been very popular in the United States and Europe, and in those places you have several fast charging stations. But there was always a dilemma in that car dealers wants to bring electric vehicle, but there's no car chargers. But the utilities wants to install car charger, but there's no electric vehicle. So there was always like a paradox. But we are pushing the market forward, so we decide to add a fast charging station and then start talking with the car dealers to bring their electric vehicles models.
That is all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. We will be back here on Tuesday night with all the latest in lifestyle topics and with all the latest on the island. So we'll see you then.